Boom, boom, boom. And we are live. What's going on YouTube? So it's some crazy stuff about to go down. And we're talking about the season finale, Walking Dead, 7th season. Got amazing people. Is it 7 people literally here? That's ironic. So, but yeah, so we got something special for you tonight. We're going to do a live discussion. We're going to try to keep it to an hour to hour and 30 minutes. But I want everybody to let you know who they are, who wants to go down the line. You can start with Anthony. What's going on, bro?
What is going on? I am so happy to be here. I'm honored to be here with all these legendary reactors. Yeah, so I'm just a regular YouTuber doing movie reviews, TV reviews. I might mention this later on, but I'm just going to mention this now just in case I forget. I'll be at Star Wars Celebration next week, Friday, so I'm very excited to be there. I'll be doing coverage on my YouTube channel, doing vlogs and stuff like that. So, yeah, great to be here.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, bro. Amon, what's up, girl?
Oh, I'm next. Hi, my name is Iman, or Iman Snow on YouTube. Please don't do that. Yeah, I don't know. What do? I react to things. I sometimes review movies. It's all over the place. I sometimes do skits, but not a whole lot. But hopefully after this break, I'll get some new stuff out. And yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. So dope. Jor-Els, Alexandria, what's up, bro?
Oh shit, I'm next. But yeah, so my channel, Jor-Els Alexandria, I do reviews and reactions to films, TV shows, albums, which I've been slacking on, and upload my own art.
Which I've been slacking on.
True.
Yeah, thanks for coming, bro. This is a long time dude, man. He's so dedicated. Farewell, you're up next. What's up, bro?
What a do ski, guys? It's your boy Fail34. I'm on YouTube. I do TV show reaction videos, movie reviews, unboxings, and just some random stuff every now and then. That's pretty much me. Thanks for having me, guys. Glad to be here.
For sure, man. And got Chris on deck from an amazing YouTube channel with the whole group. Who are you, bro?
Yo, what's up, man? It's the young nuclear reactor, Chris Johnson from the Normies. Representing the Midwest. We do a lot of group reactions. That's our main thing, and skits. A lot of us went to film school, so we really like to try to shoot skits when we can. We're going to be at Indiana Comic-Con coming soon, just kind of hanging out. So if you guys happen to be there for like the 2% of y'all that live around the area. And that's it, man. We got some big things coming up with Game of Thrones, too. We got some real big things planned. So if you stick with us, stick with us. If you don't, come check it out. It's dope.
Dude, I love you guys' channel, man. It's so dope, man. And last but not least, you got Brittany, Vampire Girl. What's going on?
I'm all right. I'm before. Reactions to the Vampire, Walking Dead, the originals, and Vikings.
Nice.
Sweet. Welcome. So before I even said anything, I really wanted to just give a shout out to Amon and Farewell. Like, you guys literally were on TV last night during the Talking Dead. If you don't know, I think that Farewell, you got it on your Instagram and you also got it on as a reaction, ironically. Yeah. So there's a lot of other featured YouTubers, and I think it's really interesting how, Skybound has been putting us on with these reactions at the same time, been so reasonable, to kind of shout us out. And that was like the ultimate shout out. So I'm really proud of both of you guys here, man. Like, y'all have dedicated so much. And the mind, like, you started like a year ago and you're close to like 22,000 subscribers. So I just want to give you guys a shout out. Y'all do an amazing job.
Thank you so much, bro.
Yeah, man, definitely. Akasan and Tyrone Magnus were supposed to be here, but they're tied up. They were also featured as well. But we got a lot coming on for you guys tonight, but I just want to give that shout out first before we start it. So everybody, generally speaking, what did you think about, the season finale? Like, how did it really make you feel, especially compared to the last season finale that we had last year?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was good.
Want to go first?
Not Jor-Els.
Hey, I didn't even say that. I even said nothing. But I guess since I am saying something, I thought it was pretty fantastic.
What?
All right.
Wow, I did not expect.
Oh, that was a twist.
Yeah, it actually was. Oh man. No, that's actually really fascinating. So, what did everybody generally feel like it was a really good episode? Uh-oh.
So I mean, like towards the end, I got super excited, but I was worried that AMC was gonna just pull some little switcheroo and have the whole entire episode like nobody shoot anything, and I was really worried. But then when the end came, I was like, yeah, and I was really excited for it when it happened. But then in the afterglow, I was like, damn, I wish that episode had a little more, because like they did the same thing with Tyrese when he was dying, where they just showed like him dealing with some shit, and I was kind of upset about that. I was like, damn, like yeah, Tyrese is cool, but like I want some more shit to go on, man. I want some more stuff to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're definitely going to get into this in comparison to the beginning of the season, in comparison to the end. Because, I mean, for me personally, I thought it was beautifully simplistic and very uplifting. Like, it was like, this is them rallying. This is their turning point of like, okay, we can put our foot in the stand and we can go, kind of. But even with the Sasha thing, though, I think that they did a really good job, throwing me off. Did anybody know exactly what was going on with Sasha?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that coming. I saw that coming from the beginning.
Yeah.
I seen it coming, but then I started doubting myself because it kept going back to it. I'm like, wait, did she pop it? Did she not
She
pop
died
it?
in the beginning of the episode, like right when she like faded away. Like that was her done. Like
Yeah, she was donezo.
Yeah.
Dunzo.
I mean, I knew Sasha was gonna die, but I didn't realize she was just gonna fucking just pop out of a coffin and Negan was gonna be like, "Holy goddamn!"
Yo, for a second, I thought Eugene was gonna bless her. Like he was gonna be like, "All right, go escape into the forest." Like towards the end, when she asked for the water bottle, I was like, "Let's go."
Nah. Yeah,
Eugene's
man.
too big of a pussy to do anything you wouldn't expect him to do.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even expect to talk about this so soon, but I mean, just talking about, I guess, the death of Sasha. Like, if she had not done that, you know what I'm saying, they would have either one died or they would have been right under the thumb under Negan.
Yeah.
She really sacrificed a lot to put them forward.
Yeah.
At the perfect time too. Like when it caught me off guard when she just popped out, like Jor-Els was saying. I was like, oh my gosh. I haven't uploaded my reaction yet, but I literally freaked out when it actually happened. But I don't know. What did y'all think about Sasha's sacrifice? Like, as far as her as a character, you think it did her justice in comparison to the other deaths in other seasons?
100%, man. She had one of the best deaths. Like she didn't she went out in a way that helped everybody, and she didn't really have a choice. If she would have stayed alive, she was like, they're gonna use me against them, so like I gotta do something. And I mean, like, I wouldn't want to put myself in her shoes because who knows what I do, but like, that was honorable. It was one of the most honorable things I've seen on Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you said it like
She got a
pretty
better
much
send
right,
off,
Chris.
too.
Yeah, she got a better one than Tyrese, her brother. Like he got snaked. I thought he died pretty shitty. So like I think they did a pretty good job with how to send off Sasha. And as you were saying to Sam, like the way that they kind of put it together, I think it was well constructed. With like the whole music and jumping back and forth. And they also got to bring Michael Cudlitz back in it, so I'm down with that.
Yeah, dude, man. Like having like Abraham just talking with her, man. I was thrown off because I was like, is this a memory? Or I started doubting myself for a second. And I think that it was just so beautiful, man. I really enjoyed what they did with Sasha. It was the best payoff that I've ever had in any death that they've done for The Walking Dead personally. But what is one of your favorite scenes, or two favorite scenes? That's better, I guess.
Can I go? I want to go. I'm gonna go. I don't have to put my hand.
Yeah, go for it.
Carl Wick. He pulled the dog Wick.
Oh!
He shot him in the foot, and I was like, "Are you kidding me right now?" I was like, "Okay, Sasha, take Negan," and oh my God, Carl! I just wanted to like grab him through the screen and just hug him, and then everyone started going, and I was like, and a lot of people's reactions, people were just in shock because they just saw Sasha. But I was like, go.
No, Ahmad, I didn't want to like say it earlier, but you got it like right on the head. For me, Sasha, she was like the catalyst. She started it off. But if it was not for my boy Carl Grimes, people are really looking over how big that was. My boy stepped up there.
Yep.
and he, got it going. So that really, I yelled at my reaction. I was like, Coral, because that was some crazy shit.
Coral.
Shoot, man, it was a series of a lot of things happening with Shiva, with Sasha, with Carl.
The best.
Like y'all's reaction to Shiva like biting that dude's face like still cracks me up, man. That was insane. I don't know, but I guess what is another favorite moment?
If I can go, can I go?
Yeah, go
Where
for it.
Negan was like, it's a goddamn tiger.
Yeah. With not the sanctuary, the scavengers, man, with their betrayal, didn't see that coming. That 100%, like, so I usually like Walking Dead for me, like I'm like, oh, okay, I think I know what's gonna happen. I didn't see that coming at all, and I was super fucking surprised. And then following up, just I didn't know I wanted this, but Negan saying shit while being shot at was one of the funniest things ever.
Yes.
I'd pay money if that was the only thing that happened in the show is like Negan gets shot at and says ridiculous shit. Like,
For real.
it was a good moment of brevity.
Yeah, no, that was really good. Brittany, did you have something?
I loved when damn tiger.
No, that was
a tiger.
Yeah, like when Negan was like, "Oh, flip, it's a tiger," and then that was actually really. I mean, but everything that happened after Sasha got out of that coffin, it just went down. But I think seeing the group rally together, it was just like, even when I saw Morgan just like step up after, I think my favorite scene was probably seeing Morgan interacting with Ezekiel. Ezekiel, like, what are you going to do with the vest that you're carrying? Like, are you really going to do this for yourself? Or are you going to do this in honor for him? And like him stepping up, I was like, this is it. Like, they are about to go to war. If Morgan's on board, everybody should be on board, basically, for me.
real.
But I think that the way that they ended it, I think even with Rick, Carl, I can hear Baby Judith in the background with Michonne. Like, that is the family. You know what I'm saying? Like, sitting there watching Michonne, even beaten down and them all rallying behind her, I was like, I love this. Like, this is so uplifting in comparison to the season premiere. I never thought we would get to this place, honestly. I figured that one of them would have died by now, honestly. But
yeah, they were cutting it pretty close, honestly, because the cast, I remember they were saying like a week before it, the season was getting off on a very like hopeful, happy note. And I kept looking at the time. I'm like, dog, we're like 10 minutes out. Like, what do you mean? Like, they're about to get Lucille.
yeah.
So I'm very happy that they pulled that back, and Rick and the gang are on top right now.
Yeah. But I mean, just like any other war, though, there's always going to be casualties. Like, I mean, half, if not 25% of the group are probably going to die. So, I mean, that's just reality. But I think that a good stepping point is looking at the beginning of the season in comparison to the ending. What did y'all feel like that transition of like this beautiful ending with imagery and cinematography in comparison to just dread, anxiety, gore that we had in the beginning of the season? What did y'all feel? I just thinking about this season in general.
Hated it.
Yeah.
So like a overall consensus of the season, you mean?
Yeah. Like, I mean, because like if you think about the beginning, like how we all felt in comparison to how we all felt last night, it was like night and day for me personally. Like, I literally felt encouraged and uplifted just kind of watching, even like the death of Sasha. I was like, this is not the same feeling I felt when Glenn and Abraham died. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no honor in this. There's no hope in this versus what, Sasha did even in the midst of her death, kind of. I was just curious to see what y'all's thoughts were, just thinking about the season in general.
I mean, for that, I'm not exactly sure this exact second, but I just want to say two things about the favorite moments from the finale.
Yeah.
Okay, first off, the first thing that comes to mind when fucking Ezekiel comes into the frame and he's like, Alexandria will not fall today or fail. I was like, yes. It was so cheesy and like so epic at the same goddamn time. And then what was the other one? Oh, the moment between Rick and Negan where they were sort of face to face. Negan thought that he was like, I'm gonna kill Carl and then I'm gonna kill you. He thought that Rick was gonna say some whimpered speech or something, but actually Rick turned on him. It was just like, actually, please kill my son in front of me and kill me, because if you don't, I'm going to kill you. That was so dope.
Yeah.
So dope. Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. That was actually a really intense scene. Like, I started feeling that same anxiety that I felt from, the first episode. Like, I was like, yo, Rick literally might lose an arm right now. And then something else could happen before he gets saved. But I really didn't know. I think that was very well acted. Like, whenever they're together, face to face, like, it's just magic, man. Like, they when they casted Jeffrey Dean Morgan, they hit the nail on the head, man.
Yes. Perfect casting.
I think that's perfect. Like, I think I just hurt myself.
So, talking about from the beginning of the season to the end of it, man, I really think that they did do a good job at painting it with like two different brushes. Just what was happening with the beginning. I remember how I felt. Like, I felt actually like fucking sad, man. Like, I really rode with Glenn. I liked him a lot. And then I even liked I can't think of his name now. I even liked
Abraham.
I was gonna call him funny ginger guy. But I really liked it too. Just to like see both of them die in such a brutal way in front of everybody really sucked. But then at the end of this one, like, I was getting that same knot in my stomach. But then it started turning around, and like it's good to kind of end it on a hopeful note. Although I have no idea. Like, I mean, I've got some small ideas on what they might do in the war, but like, if they are feeling hopeful, they need to feel that way for like 5 minutes, and then get out there and get hustling and get at it. Like, no time to sleep.
Yeah. Nah, that's real. That's actually really interesting, because the next topic was really just, all right, the next episode is going to be the 100th episode. Like, the season premiere will be the 100th episode, and I'm almost guaranteed it's going to be at least 2 hours to an hour and a half long. Like, what do y'all think about this opening? What should it look like? What is going to happen? I guess, in all honesty, is there going to be a time jump? Is it going to be right after instantaneous? Like, who's going to be on what side? How does Dwight fit? There's so many different ways of thinking about the prospects of what's next. But I was just curious from y'all's perspective, what do y'all think?
I think that's really interesting how you mentioned a time skip. That could be something they might want to do. Maybe like the war has already been going on for like a couple, like one battle or two, and then they're kind of like experienced with like what's going on. I actually have no idea how they're going to adapt all the war in terms of the pacing for the 8th season, because are they just going to go through it like, in like a half a season? Are they going to pan it out for the whole entire thing? I'm not entirely too sure, but it's gonna be epic. That's all I know.
Man, I would really, the only thing that comes to mind is that I would actually love to see them pull like a Lost season 3 move and just like give us a sequence that is like incredibly flash forward ish,
Okay.
like showing something like a full scene. That obviously doesn't get too specific, from like the back half of season 8 that shows something really seismic, and then we go back to whatever the present is. I think that would be really interesting. I've never really seen them play with a flash forward in that sense, at least not to the degree that I'm talking about. That would be
They're lazy.
Pretty interesting.
Dude, man, that just literally painted a crazy picture in my head. Like, I literally saw like Rick without an arm, just like going ham.
Damn.
Savage mode. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that would be sick. That'd be sick.
Like, if they open like that, I don't know how it feels. Like, somebody's just dead on the ground. Rick doesn't have an arm, but he's still just going ham. I think that would be so savage. Yeah.
That would be
like flash forward, like you see that first, but then they go back like how they did with the last couple episodes of Breaking Bad. I mean, that'd be dope. I really think
like season 2 Breaking Bad, yeah.
That pacing, they're gonna have to keep it moving, man. And honestly, if we see it from the get-go, then we just need to see it battle by battle. If every 3 episodes there's another battle, like the battle at Alexandria, the battle here, the battle there, I'd be cool with that. And I'm really, really hoping that like we see some more Winstons. I want people to have like armored zombies. Like I want to see some like crazy ingenious shit, dude. You know what I mean? Like a tank covered in zombies or something. Just something dumb. I want that.
Yeah, and we might see that because Eugene is still on their side. And I mean, speaking of Eugene, man, what do y'all think about Eugene, man?
Snakehead ass.
Traitor.
Real talk. I said I would have shot him if I was Rick. Shit.
Yeah.
I would have walked out and personally shot him. You know what I mean? Like a slow walk. Shot his ass. You know?
Oh man.
I don't know. I think he's still with us. I think he's okay. I don't know. I was like, when Rosito had the bomb clicker or whatever, and she looks at Rick, and Rick's just like, yeah. I'm like, are you kidding me? We don't know. He can't say I'm not Negan because he'll get killed by Negan in that time, you know, like in that moment. I have hope for Eugene. I have faith in him. I don't think he's gonna come back. Look at y'all shaking your head. I bet you guys $100 that.
Wait, is this 100 USD or 100 Canadian? That's what
I don't know. Didn't you guys saw the way Negan looked at him in the end, and he's like, "So how did she die?"
Yeah.
You know. I mean,
I think he believed it.
he didn't believe him. He knows something's up, and I think that Eugene. I don't know. He's gonna come around.
No, that was the reason why I actually asked that question, because I felt the same as that way. I think that, you know, at the point that like I saw Rick sit there doing the click, I was like, he's kind of right logically, but at the same time, Eugene feels like that's his only means of survival. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't fault him for his perspective in his mind, but at the same time, I know that what he's doing is really scandalous. But at the long end of it, you know, Negan's gonna look at him like, I know you did this, you know, and I will remember it. And I mean, his next step of survival is gonna have to adjust to that. So I think that they would never have Sasha tell him, I still have hope for you, if he didn't have hope. I think that they wrote that in specifically so to paint that, you know, picture in our minds so that we know, okay, maybe there's a glimpse of hope. But I think what's even more interesting is Dwight. I mean, y'all had talked about, you know, Dwight getting the hollow point in his eye, but real talk, you know, Dwight could be their best asset if he's not, you know, a turncoat. So I don't know. What did y'all think about Dwight, or what do you think the future of Dwight looks like?
I heard a theory. I don't know if you guys can confirm this, but when he picks up this little figure, gate, and on the back of it, I can't remember exactly what it said verbatim, but someone had a. Well, what did it say?
Didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard a theory that Dwight wrote that as a way of informing him, like, hey, I'm still one to. I don't really care about Negan. Like, I got to stand with him, but just know
Yeah.
So
I'm personal.
He
Is that
cut down the
true,
tree like
or
he said he was gonna do, and so I feel like that him leaving a little thing there was like saying like, no, like for real, I'm still on y'all side. And I think that they know that too, just because of the way that things didn't play out the right way, and you can kind of see it in his face. Like when he got there, he was a little surprised too. But he said he's gonna cut the trees, and he did. He had no reason to cut down the trees if he was lying. In fact, if he was lying, they would have just showed up earlier while everybody was getting ready. They already had the garbage pail kids on their side. You know what I mean? Like if Dwight was really lying, they would have showed up 3 hours ahead of time when everybody was in the middle of getting ready. And that'd have been game over.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, like, if he got those trees cut down, he didn't just do that by himself. Like, right? Like
he's a lumberjack, bro.
But I mean, what? Well, I mean, the reason why I bring that up is like, did he have somebody else helping him? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I mean, I always thought that. I don't really know. But the thing is that when him and Eugene had this one talk, when Eugene joined the group, I thought that they had this understanding, like, we're going to do what we have to do to survive. Even though I'm Negan and you're Negan, we're going to do what we have to do to survive. And I'm not saying that Eugene helped him cut it down, but I'm just saying that it's really interesting that he would do all that by himself and then get back. I don't know. I just thought that didn't make sense. It was just him.
Continuity.
I would say continuity too, because like Eugene, like he's not doing that heavy lifting stuff.
Yeah.
I couldn't see him doing that.
I could see like a theory though, like maybe some other people with a Negan's camp, because then I think there probably would be some people with the Negan's camp who don't mess with him like that, would want to help if they trust Dwight.
Yeah, they're all miserable. They're all like legitimately miserable, but they're just, mate, this is what we have to do to survive. This is what we're gonna do as faithful. Yeah. So this is last but not least. What do we rank this in comparison to the other season finales? This is gonna be very interesting. I'm curious.
This is far superior than last year's season finale. The last year's season finale, I saw all your reactions, so I know how you all feel. It was just not. It was just not. No, like I remember Sam was like, "No, they can't do that." But and then this year, I was like cheering. I was hyped. It was freaking. It was awesome. I love. I really. Well, compared to last year, I thought the episode itself was solid, but I thought that it was actually a payoff in this episode than previous. So
Yeah.
you know, I thought it was good.
And the other stipulation behind it, after you rank it, what was your grade for this one? What did you give it 1 out of 10?
The episode?
Yeah.
The episode I give it like a 6 out of 10. I thought the thing about it, I was watching it, and this is maybe just, you know, a personal thing, but there was like so many freaking commercials. There was like 6 commercials in this episode, and there was like I was like, wait a minute, we're like an hour in, and there's like nothing's happened. You know, I thought there was like a bit of like not a pacing issue. It's just like there was like just they cut down like 20 minutes, make it a little bit shorter. But you know, I thought the end was cool. You know, there were some parts I was like, I can't see what's going on. You know, I'm very specific when it comes to freaking action. You know, and I thought the choreography was just like edit. It was like shot everywhere. You know, at points, but there was parts I was like, oh, that's actually cool. You know, Daryl with a new gun that's from the future, because I had no idea.
Oh, word, right?
Yeah, he was using that joint, though.
What was that? It looked like something from RoboCop or something.
It was like a rifle with the barrel sawed off.
Yeah.
But like, if you saw off the barrel, that shit's hella inaccurate. Like, you're not hitting it.
It sounded like it had a suppressor on it too, though. Like I don't know what that was, but it was dope. It didn't matter. At a certain point, I was just like, "This is epic. That's epic. Yes."
Yeah.
So, anyway,
real quick, Sam, wasn't that? This is just a random thought. When they were shooting at Negan and his crew, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This is just a small little funny thing when Negan just flipped everyone off when like they were like driving by. I thought that was pretty funny. Hilarious.
Nah, that was actually really funny, man. But a lot of people were actually upset because they were like, "Man, I wanted the group to get revenge on Negan that episode." I think a lot of people felt like Negan was gonna die. I knew that wasn't gonna happen.
Hell no.
And that's not gonna happen.
Definitely not.
Maybe ever, potentially, and that makes people sad thinking about that. But they're gonna have to deal with it originally. But all right. So, what do y'all rank this episode in comparison to other seasons? And then, what would you give it as a number?
Ooh, for me, I think someone mentioned it in the comment section. Season 5 for me, that finale, it got me so hyped. I don't know, just with the whole Terminus stuff. So I think I might still have that one a lot higher for me. I think this is a solid finale. It wrapped up the season well. It gets people hyped for the next one, for this all-out war. I'd honestly probably give the finale like just about 8 out of 10. I think.
Yeah,
I thought it was well done.
Yeah.
For me personally, I'm probably gonna be alone on this one, but I've been given this season a lot of harsh criticism. No offense to the show, but for me personally, like, you know, I don't follow the Spoiling Dead, and I had really low expectations going into this episode. I didn't even think we were gonna see a shot fired or anything, kind of like you, Chris. But for me personally, not only is this the best finale that they've ever created so far, but I gave the episode a 10 out of 10. It starts off like mundane, like the first 30 minutes are mundane, and it's just like, this bullshit. But out of nowhere, like the betrayal thing, had no idea. Sasha popping out of the coffin, had no idea. The whole battle sequence, Rick getting shot, I thought Michonne, I didn't know what the hell was happening. Her face is all Ronda Rousey, and I mean, Shiva takes out 3 people. I could go on and on, but I was satisfied personally.
Yeah.
Nah, that's really good.
I loved it.
So I would give the episode. I want to give it a C+, but I guess in numbers, if I was gonna give it, I'll give it a solid B. But in numbers wise, I'll give it like a 7.5, man. Like, and it's because there's so many like awesome things that you mentioned that happen at the end. Like, if you just start going down a list of like dope ass shit that happened, it clicks off. And you're like, oh yeah, that was cool. So I kind of get the slow burn point, and the only reason why I wasn't really riding with the slow burn is because I was worried that Walking Dead was gonna pull some shit, and I wasn't gonna get like what I really wanted.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that it's one of the best ones. And here is a brief prediction for the season finale for season 8.
Word,
All
word.
right, Negan and Rick are both gonna still be alive. The U.S. government's gonna come back and force them to fight the U.S. government army, and then Negan and Rick will be on the same team.
Whoa. Whoa.
Wait, what?
Whoa.
All right, that probably won't
Just
happen,
like,
but it would be cool if it
Drop
did.
the mic.
My guy. I
That's,
like you.
Well,
By the way, Daryl will die next season. So.
oh snap!
I'm pretty sure.
Daryl's not gonna die next season.
Yeah. I
Chris
kind of
knows.
agree. I'm sorry, bro. I actually agree.
I don't want to comment. I don't want to lose subscribers.
Oh snap!
I'm just
That's funny.
I don't know. Speaking of subscribers, like you guys in the chat, let us know. Do you think that Daryl will die? Like, leave in the chat right now. Do you think, hashtag Daryl will die, hashtag Daryl will not die? And let us know in the chat. I'm curious what y'all think. But yeah, Iman, what did you think? How do you rank this one, and what is your rating?
Yeah, for me, it was pretty perfect too, because I mean, I was able to watch it without commercials. So it was just, I was in it from the moment it started. So I wasn't like, I feel like commercials can take you out of the feeling of what's going on. And I mean, it started with that music and Sasha in the dark, and that pulled me in. Abraham was there. I thought they were going to show Glenn at one point. I was like, please don't, because I can't handle it. And then, I mean, someone commented that they were going to be betrayed by Jadis and that she's like Judas or whatever. And I mean, I don't know if it was a spoiler, but I feel like it was just like his, like, what he thought was going to happen, like a prediction. But
Yeah.
I feel like from the moment, I feel like from the moment it started, it was great. Like the little pancake that that Negan gave to Sasha was just so, I don't know, it was like little things that they added in. And I mean, yeah, Shiva attacking the saviors, and I enjoyed it a lot, like a lot. I was just really happy with it. And I feel like from Glenn dying, from them starting off with Glenn and Abraham and like feeling like that feeling of despair, then we have hope again. And like, I think the other reason I feel like Sasha's death was like one of the best is because when we talked about Glenn, like obviously they had no choice in the matter, but Sasha took it into her own hands.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably why it's more of like, okay, like we're more at peace with it because she decided to do it. And like, I don't know. But I would give it a 10 out of 10 too, as well, because I don't really have any complaints, really.
Word.
Yeah. Vampire Girl, Brittany, did you have what did you compare this one from the other seasons, and then what was your rating for this episode?
I thought it was way more hopeful than the last couple of seasons. We ended on a dreadful note last. Note.
Yeah.
They gave a proper send off.
Yeah.
Glenn telling Maggie he'll find her, and then Abe just gives the different quotes they had, like Alexandria will not fall.
Yeah.
What was the other one? I remember the other one. But I'd give it an 8.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, that's actually really good. For me, I actually gave the episode a 9 out of 10. In comparison to the other seasons, a lot of you guys actually really did not like the last season finale, but when I think about what they sacrificed, you know what I'm saying, not showing us what we wanted, and then we got this amazing payoff in the first episode, it's like I don't know, man. When I think about those two episodes together, like
They work really well, yeah.
they are just perfect, man. It's the perfect setup. As much as I was upset the last season finale, like the payoff in this platformed me into this season. And I think that thinking about the season as a whole, for me, like, dude, like this thing took me through an emotional roller coaster ride. Like I literally was anxiety ridden up to this point, to saddened, to feeling hopelessness. I was like literally feeling depression around like the third episode. I was like, daggone, man, like is something happy gonna happen, And then I'm sitting there watching Rick just getting tormented and seeing people getting like cut up and like I think the turning point was low key when Daryl came back and like he embraced Rick, and I was like, okay, this is about to go down. Like, and from that point, it's a slow burn. This is a very slow burn season, but this is gonna go down in history as one of my favorite seasons. To be quite honest with you, just from how they started it to how they finished it. Like I felt totally opposite from how I started the season. And I thought that they executed it very well. There are a lot of moments that are kind of spotty here or there, but they gave me this season finale that I was like, dude, everything that I wanted to happen, they did it. There wasn't one thing that they didn't do. I don't think it's the best season finale. I don't know what that is, but I think that I don't think this was just it. That's why I gave it a 9 out of 10. But honestly, I don't have anything wrong with this episode. So I don't even know why I gave it a 9. I should have gave it a 10, but whatever.
Whatever. I just gotta say real quickly that not only do I think the premiere episode is random, but not only do I think the premiere episode is the best episode that they've ever made, I don't know that they can ever go hard. I mean, maybe they can, but I just don't know that they can ever go harder than that. Like they literally
the premiere.
Yeah, the premiere. Like they literally just exceeded my expectations, which almost sadly never happens on the show. I love the show, but it never truly just like goes far beyond where I thought they were gonna go.
The episode was art.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
it was their red wedding when you really think about it.
It was.
I think the only way for me, like they could like get to that level again, would be like the conclusion of All Out War, like a crazy finale that just encompasses, a couple major deaths here and there, a finale that really damages Rick as a character and ends off how they do it in the comic books. I think that's the only one that might come close to it.
Yeah, I think that me and Jor-Els, we had a conversation about this, even going into it, because we weren't, I mean, honestly, I forgot about the season finale. I thought it was like the episode before the season finale, before, Jor-Els was like, dude, the season finale. And like neither one of us were really excited, but then we started thinking about the prospect of just that episode. Like that episode, to me, they could never have a marketing and a build-up like that. This is on mainstream, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like HBO where anybody can kind of do it. Like, everybody was tuned in to that episode, and it affected people to the point that they literally were anxiety-ridden. And then, yes, the Red Wedding did that, but not the mainstream audiences. You had to choose to watch Game of Thrones, but this was open to everybody. And it's like, I don't know if they can ever have that effect again, which is fine, but it's like, that's a historic episode. Like, for better or for worse, there'll never be anything like this. It's like this is never going to be another Dark Knight. That's not to say that there's not another movie that's going to be great, but nothing just like that, I think, at the end of the day. But yeah, man, this was actually really dope, man. Thanks everybody for joining. It's like 66 people right now still here. I can't believe that.
Word.
How long have we been doing this?
It's been a little bit.
Gosh, dog. Okay. Well, everybody, definitely go down to the description bar below. Check out all these amazing YouTubers. Some of them that were not here, definitely go and subscribe to them. Akasan, Tyrone Magnus, and Physical Gamers are the 3 that could not come here tonight, but definitely go and check their content out. They're really awesome YouTubers and reviewers. And everybody here, thank you for coming out, man. This has been really amazing. I don't know. Like, thanks everybody for coming out.
Oh, thanks for having us, man, for sure.
That's all I got, man.
Thank you.
Shout out to Sam for bringing us together.
Yeah. Shout out.
We'll be back in October. We'll try to do more of this, maybe like on like Tuesdays or Mondays. We'll see. But there'll be another show coming up really soon called Game of Thrones, and
oh my God,
then it's going down.
Man, I'm so ready. I'm not ready.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So
Game of Thrones is gonna break the internet, guys.
it will.
Episodes? Oh my God.
It legitimately will. But all right, you guys, we're getting out of here. Keep it live. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Definitely subscribe to all these guys. They're amazing. Peace, everybody.
Yo.